Okay, so here is the second question. Again, I've got an iterative formula and it's giving me my first term. It wants me to work out the second, third and fourth. So just like before, I'm going to start with x1 is 0.5 and x2 will be 2 minus 1/3 of my previous term. And then I just type that into my calculator. So here we go. 2 minus 1/3 of 0.5, like that. And it gives me 1.83 recurring. I'll just write that. And then to get my x3, I'm just going to overwrite. The 0.5 with answer, like that. And that will give me x3, which is 1.38 recurring. And then x4, I'm just going to squeeze it on there. I'm just going to press equals again, which is 1.537. Dot, dot, dot. Okay, and if you wanted to see if it converged, you could keep going like that. And can you see 1.49, 1.50, 1.49? And you can see your roots, it's oscillating on either side of 1.5. So it's going from 1.9, 1.49 to 1.500 something. And eventually, you can see it's ending up to be 1.5. Okay, so it looks like my root is 1.5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that convergence on this diagram. So for some reason, we've got this diagram, but we didn't have the previous one. Okay, so it said to me start at 0.5. So starting at 0.5, there's one. 0.5 would be here. And I'm going to go up to, and you always go up to y equals x second. Okay, so sometimes people get confused. Which one do I go up to first? You always go up to y equals x. This is always the one that you go to second. All right. So I'm going to go up to y equals 2 minus 1/3 x. Sorry, I'm not even filming that properly, am I? And then you go across. You go across like that. Okay. And then you come down. And that there is your x2. Okay. And then you repeat the process. So that's, I'm at y equals 2 minus 1/3 x. I'm going to go back to y equals x, like that. And then I'm going to go up, like that, to the line y equals 2 minus 1/3 x. And that there corresponds to x3. And then you repeat the process. So you go across, and then you go down. And that value, it corresponds to x4. Okay, and then you can see that it's going to keep doing that. It's going to keep going round and round and round. Okay, and you can see that it's eventually going to reach where these two intersect, and these two intersect at that point, and they call this a cobweb convergence. So this is a cobweb convergence because it's getting closer and closer to where they intersect. And it's following this cobweb pattern. If it's getting closer and closer to what you're looking for, that's called a convergence. And here is a cobweb.